Hey, how's everybody doing? Thanks for joining me. I'm Stefan, and this is the White Dog Tarot. We're going to be doing some free readings today from my living room, Indy and I. Maybe Bodhi, if he comes inside. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. For everybody new, all my live shows are free. We have free chat questions on every mobile stream, and when I'm upstairs streaming from my computer, we have open phone lines with live callers. If anybody wants to call on the show for a reading, or just to talk or whatever. Yeah, and like always, I'm here to help any way I can. So ask me anything. I do offer private readings. I'm actually doing a special this weekend, starting today and going till Monday. I'm doing $25 private readings. I'm doing 30-minute sessions. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So if you're interested, just email me or connect with me on Instagram. My Instagram's at the White Dog Tarot. My email is thewhitedogtarot@gmail.com. And both are in my video description. So yeah, hope you guys are having such a great week. I'm probably going to be streaming from home a little bit more. I'm in New York, and it's starting to get cold out, so I can't really do as many street readings when I'm freezing. So anyway, hey Marianne, great to see you. And sorry for the little bit of the late stream. I had some things to do today. I had a couple appointments as well. So okay. Marianne, how are you? And thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, especially the last month. It's been so great to meet so many new people, and I'm so grateful to have all of you guys here. It is winter's here, Marianne. It is getting a bit cold, but it's probably not too cold for the Norwegian standard. Okay. Pretty Lavender. It's nice to meet you. I think you're new here. I'm Stefan. Where are you chatting with us from? You learned something new about yourself, Marianne? What did you learn? They are, this is a tarot. These are tarot card readings, Pretty Lavender. Absolutely. I could also, if you want, I could give you a playing card reading too. Where are you chatting with us from? Yeah, Pretty Lavender. All my live shows are free. I started this show to freely help people in need. So, um, yeah, please feel free to subscribe. Hey, Galacticness, how are you? Ugh. I always, I always initially want to say that you're in Australia, but you're in New Zealand, correct? Oh, wow. That's a big change. Marianne, your Scorpio sun, when's your birthday? I don't know if I told you. I mean, I think I've mentioned the story before. Galacticness. My brother-in-law um is from New Zealand, so that's where all his family is. And right before COVID, um, my brother-in-law and like I didn't get a chance to go, but all my family went out there, and including my father, of course. And he's a professional photographer, so I mean, I kind of grew up traveling with him, but I mean, he travels all around the world to shoot. And they went over to New Zealand, and then, like, the world fucking started falling apart, and there was like a no travel, there's like a no fly restriction. And my dad got trapped in New Zealand. When I called him, it was the least concerned I've ever heard someone be about being trapped in another country. Oh, Kentucky. Very cool. I'm in New York. I love Kentucky. Very haunted. And I just want to say again to everybody, I'm doing a special, I decided, starting today, going till Monday. I am offering $25 private readings to anyone who's interested. Um, I would call it a real gentleman's bargain. And I decided to do it because, I know many of us, and there's just many people, who are going through tough times. And that's, in a lot of cases, when we don't have extra money. I know that's not always the case, but so I wanted to offer that to everybody. And if you're interested, you just have to email me or connect with me. Send me a message on Instagram, which is in my video description. It's thewhitedogtarot@gmail.com. And my Instagram is the White Dog Tarot. So, hey, Ignotus, nice to meet you. New York City, the dystopian communist planet of the apes, that New York. Not yet, it isn't, but I actually don't live in New York City. I don't know if you gathered that. I don't know if you've been here before, but um, this is not a New York City apartment. This is a three-story house in the Hudson Valley. I live like 2.5 hours north of New York City. I do like to visit. Not a place to live though for me. Not New York City's not a great place for an empath. Too many people. And I tend to prefer trees over concrete, if I'm being completely honest, as do my two gigantic polar bear dogs. So, Righteous Traveler, it's nice to meet you. I'm Stefan. Where are you guys chatting with us from? What does dystopian communist look like? I'm trying to imagine. Ah, got it. Okay. Well, at least they have health, and at least they have health care over in China. Ignotus. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Um, hey, Brett, nice to meet you. Did you say, wait, you said, wait, explain the empath thing with the many people? Oh, sure, I can try to. Um, I discovered after my near-death experience that I can, it's still weird to talk about, even on my own YouTube show. I kind of didn't talk about it for a very long time. Even when I started this show, I discovered that I could kind of, I guess the only way I could describe it to someone else um, is I discovered I could like feel people's thoughts, not see them, like feel them. Um, like intentions, um, certainly lies. I mean, those are the easiest things to feel. um, and when it started happening, I had like a really hard time shutting it off. Well, I guess like trying to control it better. Since then I've gotten very much better at it, where I can kind of like ignore it or choose to not look. But when there's a ton of people around me, it just starts to it just drains me. I get really exhausted after a while. One, because I have to concentrate a lot more on not. Um, yeah, but um, yeah. So I don't have neighbors, and I mean for the most part it's okay. You know, um, truthfully, I don't really like. I actively shut it off because to me it doesn't feel right to be able to do that. I don't feel like anybody should. You know, you know what I mean. To me, it's almost like the equivalent of like of like walking in on a woman while she's in the bathroom. You know, like I will tell you that I do. I will use it if I feel like I need to protect myself, like protect my feelings. Because I mean, I my intuition is always working. You know, I can always, but even without actively trying to, I can always pick up on things. Always. Um, but I really only use it if I feel like I have to. Um, and sometimes, mm, I guess sometimes when I'm stubborn, I don't know, call it whatever you want, spirit, whatever it is. I mean, I don't know what to call it. Sometimes I'm forced to see things that I refuse to not. Like like they don't let me shut it off purposefully. So, yeah. Ignotus, where are you chatting with us from? Yeah, Brent, where are... Hey, Grace. I'd love for you to ask. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Stefan. I look like Superman? Thank you. I think he's a little taller than me, but I'm definitely an alien, that's for sure. And I suppose time has shown me to be somewhat unkillable. So I guess we have that in common. Oh, Arizona, cool. I love Arizona. Yeah, I've been to most of the states. I have a few left to go to. Grace, what? Hey, hey, Diana, great to see you. Kryptonite free zone. What's my kryptonite? Actually, you know what I would say my kryptonite is? Maybe not anymore. I'm starting to develop um, some level of resistance. I would say for the longest time, my kryptonite has been unbelievably beautiful, avoidant women with um, high sex drives. You said at least I'm honest. Of course, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that's the least I owe everybody. I mean, how can I expect other people to be honest if I'm not gonna be, you know? I mean, damn, life's so fucking heavy, you know? I mean, I always try to lighten the load a little bit, you know, and to me, like, um, to me, feeling comfortable with who we are, it's, you know, a byproduct of that is being open and honest with ourselves about who we are, who we used to be, you know? So many people are just walk around with so much shame for like the things they do. And they just keep it to themselves. It's like this weird little loop, you know, of just being ashamed of the things they do. So they lie about it. They keep it in. Um, yeah, it's really dark. You know, I mean, damn, you guys know I've made so many mistakes, but to me, um, I can face who I am because I don't have any skeletons, you know. I mean, I definitely am, I would say, ashamed of things that I've done in the past, before I kind of woke up out of a very long sleepwalk. But yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes, and some of us make really bad ones, and some of us um, make mistakes that we have to carry for a long time regarding like hurting other people. But to me, you know, part of like grace, forgiveness, compassion, is not judging people who have like the courage to at least talk about it or come forward, you know? I mean, it's not my place to judge anybody for anything. And I mean, for whatever reason, you know, so it goes, being able to pick up on people's feelings and intentions and thoughts has has led me to feel that way, you know. But I mean, I won't ever judge anyone for what they do. Now, I mean, if you choose to actively lie and hurt people and not take accountability, I certainly don't have to maintain any level of respect for you. But I'll always hold respect for people who do the right thing, even if they've done lots of wrong things. So yes, that's my kryptonite, galacticness. And giant dogs. Hey, Michelle. Guys, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button. And again, I'm doing a special $25 private readings if anybody's interested. Did somebody get all their messages retracted, Marianne? Did you block somebody, Marianne? Or did they just redact all their comments? Okay. I figured you didn't. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thanks for saying that. I mean, damn, I just feel like being your authentic true self is always the best thing to do. You know, a lot of times we realize that, you know, we try to pretend to be something we're not. We try to play fucking games with people to get to a certain result. And the whole time, you know, you could have just been honest, been authentic, been truthful. And a lot of times you more often than not get the better result. But I'm hoping we can all feel that way, you know, about being open with who we are. It's, you know, it's empowering. Yeah, I guess he didn't feel confident about his Superman comments. He retracted them. I mean, I will tell you, Michelle, it certainly comes with its fair share of, I guess, people who don't like me, you know, for it. So, but I'd much rather have that than just being fucking fake, you know, to fit in. I did that long enough. And I also don't really care at all what people who don't even know me like want to have an opinion about. So I really don't care for people who talk shit about other people behind their backs. I just think it's really just kind of low, you know? So I'd much rather, for anybody out there, I'd much rather you talk shit to my face. And you know where to find me. Okay, should we do a reading? You know, I never use these. This really nice woman, Marianne, do you remember that day when I was at Back Bar and this woman gave me like a trash bag full of oracle decks. I haven't really used them too much. Let's get a collective message. And Marianne, I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for taking the time to like timestamp all my videos. You're so sweet. That means so much to me. Thank you. Truly. Okay. I love that. Sin, how are you? I think you're new here. It's great to meet you. I'm Stefan. Where are you chatting with us from? And yeah, I'd love for you to ask a question. You can't go overboard. I love it. It's great. And it's really helpful. Okay. Here's the daily oracle card. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I love it. And any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Very nice. Sin, you said you never usually ask tarot reading, but I'm curious. Sure. What's YT? Is that an acronym? What is that? But yeah, what's on your mind, Sin? And guys, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. YouTube, got it. Thanks, Galacticness. Awesome Blossom, good to see you. I remember you. It's been a while. Okay, Sin. What's on your mind? I'm trying to figure out what deck I want to use for you. I think this one. Can I tell you guys something? I'm still learning. You know the fancy shuffle that I just did? I've never been able to do it, but I just woke up this week and suddenly I was able to do it. Is that strange? Awesome Blossom. You're in the queue. I'm gonna pull cards for Sin first because he was here. So of course I remember you. Sin, you met a new person, nicknamed himself Kalua. You kind of lost me. What do you mean chicken nuggets? I don't really understand. It's an online connection? How far away do you guys live? How old are you, by the way? And what's his name? I mean, we don't need nicknames here. Um, I mean, nobody knows each other. That's the point. So, you're 22? Okay. You're young. Wow. You know what I would tell you, Sin? And we could pull cards, but, I'm 37, and through a through through the last decade of dating, you're so young. Have fun, you know? Obviously, I want you to be safe if it's like somebody you met online, but um, you know, you're still figuring out who you are, what you like in people, Um, how did you meet this person online, if you don't mind me asking? Sorry, my protective older brother instinct is always gonna lead on certain things. So, Diana, that picture you drew me was so fucking cute, by the way, of the dog. It was so cute. I loved it. It was like very simple, but made me really happy. Over video games? Okay. Have you guys just been typing? Have you talked on the phone or anything? Sin, you said I look hot for 37. Thank you. You thought I was 31? I'm actually 57. I just drink a lot of water. Um, Sin, this is what I would tell you, and it's really great to meet you. Some things I think are great to use tarot for. A situation like this, I think we don't even need it. This is what I would suggest to you. Before we jump into feelings and stuff, because I mean, if you guys just met, you don't even know what his voice sounds like. Sometimes it doesn't help when we pull cards to find out somebody's feelings who we don't even really know. It can just kind of be confusing. I'm going to get some advice for you, but if I can give you some advice, and again, you don't have to take it if you don't want. But my intention is always to try to help in a genuine way, especially when it comes to love. Not that I have all the answers. I mean, I am still single and looking, obviously, but why don't you start off with talking to him on the phone, FaceTiming with him. Let's make sure he's not secretly like a 70-year-old guy in Indonesia, you know? Have a phone conversation with him, FaceTime. Get to know him a little bit. That's what I would recommend, especially before we start pulling tarot. Why don't we have a phone conversation or have a FaceTime conversation? Hey, Elaine. That's my advice to you. Okay? Get to know him. I think that's cool you met, like, through playing video games. That's cute, We meet people in the most unexpected ways, and usually the right person shows up at the most unexpected time. And it's usually because it's the time that we may or may not realize we need it, especially when it's about teaching us things about ourselves. So get to know the person. Oh, thank you, Blossom. I'm a wise person. Thank you. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm definitely somebody who's made a lot of mistakes, and I've been through quite a bit in my life. Some of which I talk about, quite a bit I haven't. Um, so all I can ever try to do is give people perspective. And, I hope I can, you know, take the strength I have and I can give it to some of you guys to, not be afraid to do things for yourselves. Stepping out of our comfort zones, that's how we grow. That's how we get more confident. Life made you bitter. It can do that. But, I think sometimes we want to turn ourselves into the victim. And I'm not calling you a victim, Blossom, but, and sometimes we do it for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. Sometimes bad people turn themselves into victims. But, a lot of times we lose sight of how lucky a lot of us are, you know? Um, I mean, damn, guys, there's a big part of the world who don't even have food, let alone phones, you know? A lot of people go to sleep like fearing for their lives every night. And I do know what you mean. I can understand how you feel that way. I mean, I very well have been through enough. I mean, just over the last year to to give me every right to feel so bitter. But you know what? Um, Something that I decided about myself, and I hope that you can take something out of it, because you got a long, long life ahead of you. Why the hell would I want or allow someone else to change me and how I feel about things? I refuse to let somebody who's unhappy with themselves or somebody who doesn't have the same values as me about being honest, to make me bitter. Because I've dealt with a lot of people who, have been hurt. I mean, I've dated women who have been hurt in relationships, and in turn, it turns them into something that I would suggest resembles the person that hurt them originally. You know, um, I'm not gonna let someone else change who I am or my ability to like love somebody, or be open to it. Not everybody's the same, but you know, um, pain and heartbreak and tough experiences that we have to go through, um, they help give us perspective and help us learn something about ourselves. You know, so don't be bitter. And if you're bitter, you shouldn't date. And I love you, Blossom, because I know you asked if you're going to reconcile, and trust me, we're about to get into that. Um, but you can't walk around bitter and then also walk around wanting to meet somebody or wanting to reconnect with someone. That's how you manifest weird shit that doesn't make sense, okay? It's okay to not want a relationship or to not be ready, of course. Sorry, guys, I'm getting so many texts. But, I mean, you can't look for love and then not be open to it. And if you just want to casually date, that's great, but at least be open and honest with whoever you're dating about that. Don't pretend that you want something long term if you still have things to work through. And I would tell you, to try to find ways to work through that bitterness and forgive those people, you know? Because a lot of times when people hurt us, it doesn't really have much to do with us if we've truly showed up for them the right way. It has a lot more to do with them. So, and why the hell do you want to reconcile with this person? I think you should move forward. Who's this guy you want to reconcile with? And why did you guys break up? Okay. Have you tried reaching out? You said you had a misunderstanding. I mean, have you tried to reach out to resolve it? You tried talking to him, but he was not in the mind to understand. Then you know what? Well, so you had to step back. Okay, well, one, great, I'm proud of you. And two, that's your answer, okay? If you feel like you in earnest tried to have like an open conversation with him about it, and he doesn't want to participate in that, why the fuck would you want to date somebody like that? Okay? I think that's great that you did that. And you know what, Blossom? I've found through a lot of hurt and disappointment in past relationships, where I really had a lot of like faith and like belief in the person and that it was going to work out. You know, what you said about you tried to reach out, but he wasn't in the right place. He didn't want to talk about it with you. To me, that's where I get my closure from. Because a lot of times we're not going to get it from shitty people who can't even admit how they negatively impact relationships. And I'm not perfect, but I try to be extremely self-aware of the parts that I play in connections. You know, and to me, if something doesn't work out, a lot of times we keep waiting for an apology from somebody who's never going to show up to give you that. So your closure should be knowing that you did the right thing, you showed up the right way, you tried your best to make it work. So you should have no regrets about that. Now, if you fucked up, again, it's going to be on you to fix it or to do the right thing and apologize. But if you didn't, and you actively tried to fix it, why the hell would you want to reconcile with somebody like that? Because that should tell, I mean, this guy, I don't really know who he is, but just think about it. And I don't know how long it's been. You know, this guy, think about the amount of extraordinary growth he would have to go through and like self-awareness to come back and be able to have a conversation with you on this. Most likely you're going to get the same exact version if this guy shows back up. Is that really what you want? Somebody who can't have like an open conversation with you, so instead they just leave and disappear on you? That's not what you should be looking for in someone. And frankly, I think we all deserve better than that. Really, we all deserve what, you know, you get what you give, as the new radicals say. You do. You should get what you give in a relationship, good or bad. Okay. That guy sounds like he's got some fucking problems. Um, if he crashed out like that over something like that. I mean, damn, do you really want somebody that volatile as a partner? Yeah. You know what I think? I think you should move on and stop focusing on this guy in tarot. Yeah. Sounds like he's incompatible with anyone. You know what, Awesome Blossom? If he moves like that, like if that's just who he is, he's gonna find himself incompatible with any partner. Okay? A lot of people think it's always someone else and it's not them. You know, so let's get some advice on something new coming in for you. Listen, don't take this the wrong way. I'm gonna pull cards. I don't know what's gonna come out, but I don't think this is gonna be helpful because, guys, please keep this in mind. Tarot's energy. He could be ruminating and thinking about the idea of reaching out to you, and that could show up in the cards. It doesn't mean he will. How often do we consider things and not follow through on them? How often is our intention or is someone's intention to like finally reach out to you to fucking apologize on like when they know they owe you an apology and then they never call? People's intentions and actual like 3D actions often don't materialize the same way. Listen, we're gonna pull cards. I have to give you some tough older brother love here, okay? Because to me, this should be used only to help us, okay? Why do you care about how he feels about you? How do you feel about him? I mean, somebody who treated you like that consistently, why would you even care about how if he's going to come back? Is that really like what you think of yourself? Like you deserve to be treated like that? You miss him, but you're also very hurt. Yeah. Listen, we get comfortable. Listen, a lot of us get into these patterns where we're more comfortable in unhealthy relationship dynamics because it's all we know. And it becomes this energy. I don't want to call this like a trauma bond, but it's where you have a serious issue with somebody, a serious issue, you separate, and the person who like creates the problem then comes back like over and over again. Let's get some advice for Awesome Blossom. Listen, I couldn't possibly understand the depths of your relationship dynamic, okay, obviously. But please at least give yourself the respect to allow yourself to be objective and look at things like as they are, okay? Not through a lens of like, you miss him because you're used to it. Like, really look at things, the relationship as it really was, good and bad. And if he has the capacity to change or grow, because it seems like you do, you deserve to have somebody that's on your level with that. Do you want me to take this? Okay. I'm taking this. One more. Okay, Awesome Blossom. You asked me to pull cards on this. Are you going to accept what I tell you? Are you going to accept what I tell you? You're not going to keep dwelling on this? You promise? I'm going to hold you to this. Because I really want you to be happy. And I don't know how long you guys have been separated. How long have you been separated? And how long were you together? This is new, clearly. Yeah. 5 days. Okay. How long were you together? You're only together a month? You don't even fucking know this guy. I listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive. All right? It takes a long time to know this guy. That's nothing. That's nothing, okay? That's barely a relationship. All right? And if this guy blew up after a month, that's a fucking red flag. Because he had a bad day and you asked him not to be rude? All right. You shouldn't be fighting after a month. And, well, you know what? Let me take that back. If he's going to act like that to you after a month, you know what I would tell you? And I feel I don't need tarot to tell you this. If he's going to be that, like, erratic, after 1 month, he's just letting you peek behind the fucking curtain. I promise you. I can't imagine what problems this guy has that you would find out about 6 months later. Okay? Consider yourself lucky. And this confirms it. You know what I got? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Do you remember what I was just saying earlier about we get comfortable being with unhealthy people, unhealthy relationship dynamics? This is going to be you're preventing forward motion in your life. This is like repeating a karmic cycle. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is not good. And I'll tell you, if you decide to let this go, because damn, what I can promise you is when he shows back up, because he will, guys like this always fucking show back up, okay? Because he thinks he can. I'm telling you he will. Because he thinks he can. This will happen again, but it's going to hurt you even more because you're going to have invested more time into somebody. And that's the fucking truth, okay? If you just let this go, and if this guy reaches out to you, the only thing you should say is, you know what? I thought it was so disrespectful how you treated me. I would never treat someone like that, and I want a boyfriend who knows how to treat somebody. So unless you're coming to apologize and have a real conversation about this, I'm not interested in talking to you. That should really be the only thing that you have to say to this guy. Well, you know what? Maybe you'll get a chance to, but let him fucking prove it to you, okay? Because he will show back up. Again, like, scumbags like this always show back up, okay? But you know what you have to look forward to? Something legit if you move on from this. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. New love. A new love in your life. Somebody new that you're manifesting. that's going to be trustworthy. This is great. This is not it, okay? Listen, I don't know how old you are. I'm gonna assume you're younger than me. And again, I know it's important to not make assumptions. Just based on what you told me about this relationship dynamic, I'm gonna read, okay. You're 28. All right, you're not that young. You know what? You're plenty old enough to understand and see people for what they are. Please try to understand what I'm saying. Somebody who's gonna like create a problem after this early on in their relationship, if the fight is as what you told me, he had a bad day, he was being an asshole to you, and you asked him not to be rude and he took off. First of all, fuck. A month? Like, the first 2 months are like the happiest time. That's the fucking honeymoon phase. You know? Like, that's when everything's perfect. Everybody's on their best behavior. So with that said, if this guy is letting his fucking mask slip off and he's treating you badly after a month, 1 month, what do you think this guy's gonna actually start to show you after 5 months? I don't even think this guy could make it 5 months in a relationship. He might keep popping back up, but do you understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm going off of what you told me. Walk away from this fucking guy, all right? You're 28. Don't let people fucking treat you like that. And again, you don't owe him an explanation. He owes you one, but please understand what I'm saying. If he's doing this after a month to you, who the hell would want to be with somebody like that? Honestly, I find that behavior fucking disgusting. And like if that dynamic played out with someone I was dating after a month, I wouldn't even fucking shed a tear. Okay? Oh, big fucking deal. He was in a 4-year relationship and he's hurt. Okay, so tell him to go work on himself and not take out his baggage on you. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm running hot. Listen, I care about you. I want you to be happy. And it pains me to see what so many of you go through, because it's exactly what I've gone through. And that's why I started this show, because guys, we all go through the same stuff. And I truly believe that at our core, we really all just want the same thing. And sometimes we're desperate to have it in a way where we accept so much less than we should be getting with how people treat you or treat us. And that's not going to give you what you want. All right? It doesn't matter. You know what? It's irrelevant whether or not he's over her. But listen, you could take my advice or you could leave it, okay? You can do whatever you want. If you want to try it out with him again, go for it. But you asked me to pull cards. It's so clear what this guy is. This is telling you, this is about walking away. 8 of Cups. Walking away from something that's clearly not emotionally fulfilling to you or won't be. For something better, which is going to be new love. You will find somebody new soon. I promise you. Okay? You will meet somebody new. Tell me about this new person. Somebody you haven't met yet. Okay. You have somebody new coming in, But they're not going to come in till you leave this behind and stop with this anxiety over this guy. You should not shed a tear for him. I mean, what is it about him that you're holding? I mean, is he just, what is he like, good in bed? Is he handsome? I just, to me, it's hard to excuse behavior like that so early in a relationship. And it doesn't matter how cute or like, playful he is. I mean, if somebody does something really fucking shitty to you after a month, it doesn't really matter what they did like before that. That's so early. So, okay. Okay. I just, to me, that's great, but to me, if he's gonna fucking walk away and ghost you because of his own ego, I don't care how many times he sends me quick texts. That's a huge fucking red flag that he's willing to blow up the relationship because of his own pride. Because he was being rude to you and you asked him to fucking respect you. Which I'm really proud of you for doing. So, that's what I have for you. The cards are telling me that it's not going to go well if you get back with him. This guy's not your 10 of cups, all right? They're not the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, I promise you. You do have somebody new coming in, though. Yeah. Just let it go. You only put in a month's time. That's not, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay the significance, but consider yourself lucky, all right? A lot of us get stuck with bad people for way longer, and then it becomes way harder to heal, and it becomes a lot more painful. So, that guy really needs to take accountability and answer for what he did to you, in my opinion, for you to even consider it. And if he doesn't, you're giving him a pass to do that again to you. So that's what I have for you, okay? I don't know if you're going to get an apology from him, but he's going to come back. What's being shown is what he is to you, which is not great. It's going to be a bullshit fake apology, most likely. And did you not hear what I said before? Why do you need an apology? Is that really going to make you... I mean, if he gives you a fake apology, he's like, sorry. Is that really going to make you feel better about getting back with him? That behavior is fucking unacceptable to me. You need to ask yourself if you would do that to somebody that you were dating. That's all it is. Would you ever break up with somebody and ghost somebody after a month because of like, just reverse the roles? Would you ever do that to someone? And if the answer is no, then why the fuck would you allow someone to treat you like that? You wouldn't do this to your enemies? You know what? And that's why you belong here, okay? Because I wouldn't either. All right? That's why you're part of my white dog army. But have some fucking respect for yourself, okay? Because when you do, that's when you're going to meet somebody who in turn feels the same way about like values that you do, okay? I've spent many years like really allowing people to treat me a certain way that I would never treat someone else. Okay? And that's not how you help people grow. And it's certainly not how you help yourself find the right person. All right? Listen, he's going to reach out to you, okay? He's going to reach out to you again. But what's more important than what he says is how you handle it. What you say, okay? That's what's more important. You fucking standing up for yourself. You're welcome. You're going to find somebody new, okay? I mean, it showed up in the cards. You got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. All right? And the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, damn, that's like the card of family and like legacy. So, well, you can always connect with me on Instagram. Do you have Instagram? It's in my video description, but it's the White Dog Tarot. Guys, hold on. I'm going to let my other dog in. Give me a second. Okay. Come on, Bo. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on, come on. Come. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Damn, Blossom. You got me. I'm running hot. I have to sage after that. What's your real name, by the way? Do you say you're in Kentucky? What's AQSA? I'm okay. No, I'm good. It just, I get very fiery about stuff like this because, I've spent a very long time really being treated very badly by a lot of people. And it was my fault for putting myself in that situation. And it hits very close to home to see other people potentially have to go through it when they can avoid it, okay? So, you shouldn't have to put up with that shit though, okay? And real growth happens when we start to understand that sometimes real happiness can come from being alone rather than being with somebody who doesn't treat you well, That's when the universe actually steps in to help you. Tarot is not just about seeing what our shitty exes are thinking and feeling about us, okay? It's connected to a lot more than that. on a much deeper level. And if we really step into that and don't just take general readings to find out if somebody's going to come back and apologize, and we see things for what they are in a deeper way, that's when we actually start bringing in like really great things for ourselves. You know, that's when we start breaking like old unhealthy patterns to like make room for new things, for better people. I mean, damn, Blossom, you should get out there and start dating again immediately. I mean, I can't imagine there's a ton of healing that comes from a 1 month relationship. Get out and go start to meet people, okay? But again, make sure you're looking for the right things in people, okay? And you have like the strength and respect to, when you see something that's like totally not acceptable, to be like, you know what? I'm not going to be okay with this. Like this is not the right person for me. So ugh. You do. Thank you, Marianne. You need to feel safe within a relationship for it to do well. You have to feel safe. And you can't feel safe if you're afraid to use your voice, because someone may or may not like start yelling at you and fucking break up with you. That guy sounds so immature. Yeah, after a month, dude. Again, the month is like the best. The month is the best part of the relation. No, it's not. Not in my opinion. It is not. But that's like when things are perfect. Everybody's like, everybody's perfect. Everything's perfect. Everybody's like, there's no like issues, no problems. That's when things should be great. And this guy fucking blew it after a month. I'm telling you, you're fucking lucky. I can't imagine what would be in store for you, or what will be if you stay in it with him. If he acts like this after a month, that guy that guy has a very long road ahead of him of self-destructing many more relationships. I promise you, okay? That's what he has to look forward to. Unless he wants to come on my show and I can have a conversation with him. Okay. Guys, do we have any other readings? If not, I think I may take a little break or call it for the evening. I have like so many text messages. Yeah, I guess we'll call it. Everybody, it was great to see all of you. And hey, Blue Rose. Sure. Yeah, we could do another question. Were you chatting with us? I think you're new. I'm Stefan. All right, good night, Blossom. Great to see you again. I'm proud of you. Stay strong, okay? Christina, great to meet you. And guys, please feel free to subscribe if you're new. Love you too, Blossom. And again, I'm offering private readings, 30-minute readings one-on-one off air for $25 this weekend. If anyone's interested, Christina, what's on your mind? I hope you're not going to ask me about will your ex come back? I'm just kidding. What deck? I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. Okay. I like that question. What's in store for you and Jesse going into the new year? Okay. How long have you guys been together, you and Jesse? Actually, I think I'm going to use this deck. Sorry, I had a change of heart. Oh, guys, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to put my stuff in the dryer, my laundry. You want to see if there's potential for more than a friendship? Okay. Um, have you spoken with him about it? Do you pick up on anything? Because, you know, I always like to say, unless we're totally like our heads up our ass, we can always tell if there's like chemistry or if something's there or not. Jesse's a boy, I take it. Or a gentleman, not a boy. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think that's great that you guys are starting off as friends. I think that's always the best way to get to know somebody, you know? Um, damn, if the goal is a long-term relationship or like, you want to somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with, guys, it's got to be somebody that you like spending time with. Friendship is one of my core values of a relationship among quite a few, but to me it has to be somebody that I genuinely love hanging out with, like somebody that I look at as a friend, a best friend. So I think that's great. All right. Where do you live, Blue Rose? And it's great to meet you. Thanks for finding my show. Okay. Texas. I love Texas. It's not my proudest moment. And I was 21, so I hopefully you guys will give me a pass on this. But when I was 21 and I was driving cross country, back from California, I got three speeding tickets over an hour period of time. I mean, you know, the speed limit, it's like 90 out there. Yeah. Haven't been to Texas in a while. I just remember the third time I got we can laugh about it. I'm much more responsible now that I'm a dad and I'm not a stupid kid. When I got pulled over the third time and I like reached into the glove box to get out my registration, all the other tickets were like they like sputtered out. Sorry, I got a call. Um, and the police officer was like, "Let me see those." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm just letting you know right now. If you get a fourth ticket in the state of Texas," he's like, "you're going to prison." It's like, "Okay, noted, officer." I mean, to be fair, Mary and Blue Rose, you can account for this. I mean, it's just there's stretches where it's just straight, and the speed limit, I think it's like 85 or 90, which is really high. I know you guys do kilometers in Norway, but um, so yeah, 85 or feels a lot like 115 once you're going that fast. Okay, let's see what's going on with Jesse. Enough storytelling. All right. Christine. Jesse. Okay. Okay, Christina. Let's just get a vibe for Jesse. Tell me a little bit about Jesse. Just wow. What about? Does he have a big family? Like brothers or sisters? Tell me about how does he see? All right. I don't even think I need to go further. Feelings. Okay. He's family oriented. He really values family. He wants a family. He values marriage. What the hell's this about, though? That's cute. He likes you, okay? And he seems like a pretty nice guy from what I could see. Okay. He's keeping his feelings hidden. He actually gets really anxious at the thought of communicating them to you or just trying to move things along with you. But this is how he sees you. That's really sweet. And there's two people on the sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. Let me get one more. Feelings. He's Okay, why? Feelings for you? He's a little obsessed with you. He's definitely sexually attracted to you. He feels like you're happy on your own. What the fuck is this? Okay. I don't, if he went through some things in his past, like his sadness, I don't know. I think he feels like you help bring balance into his life a little bit. He's definitely kind of in like a wait and see what happens energy. Definitely like a little bit of like a yearning. Um, Definitely attracted to you sexually. What's the advice for? Okay. You want this is the advice, okay? He said that to you? I was wondering why this card. I should have just asked you. I was going to ask if somebody died. That's why. Um this is the advice for right now. Keep working on the friendship. Keep working on yourself. Your own individual like happiness and independence, okay? Um and why, hold on. Advice. Okay. I think you should really just keep getting to know him better and let it unfold organically and naturally. Okay? Something good will happen. All right? Let things just kind of unfold naturally. All right? Get to know him, like really get to know him. All right? No, this is a time that you get to. Like, don't keep shit surface level. All right? Like, get to really know him on a deep level. Yeah. He likes you. Like, you make him really happy. Um, he's still, I think, going through some stuff, it looks like, within himself that he's acknowledged to you. So let him kind of continue to work through that. Okay? Yeah. That's my advice on that. He's going through some stuff financially. Okay. Maybe that's why this is showing up. I think he's a little concerned. Yeah. I think he feels like you're more stable than him right now. So, I mean, money isn't everything, and I'm kind of underselling that. Um, I really could care less about how much money somebody has, as long as they're a good person and they're trustworthy and reliable. You know, to me, like balance in a relationship is two people who want the same thing and are working towards something together. You know, it doesn't have to be about equal give and take financially. But let this just unfold naturally. Okay? Let him work through his stuff. And something, I mean, it looks very interesting. There's a lot of really big cards on the board. It's almost kind of just like let things unfold. And something really good might come out of it. So, hey, Sab. Yeah, you know what? I am taking questions. I was going to call it, but we're getting some more people. So, hey, Layla. I'm doing great. How are you? Why did you send a wounded heart? Are you feeling sad? And Christina, it was great to meet you. I hope that was helpful. I am A, by the way. What do you mean A? A? What do you mean A? Now I feel bad I don't remember you. What, did you change your name or something? Ah, okay. Well, I like Layla better. You're so welcome, Christina. Thanks for finding the show. I do a live show almost every day, so make sure you subscribe. And guys, please feel free to donate. My show runs on your donations, my free show. Yeah, Layla, what's on your mind? And Sab, yeah, what's on your mind? What physical features will your future husband secretly adore? That seems like kind of a silly question, doesn't it? Sab, let's go deeper, and then we'll pull a card for Layla. All right, Sab. I can answer this real quick for you, Layla. We don't need tarot for that. Why didn't he comment on your video? I'm not sure. But if you want to reach out to him, you should, yeah. Okay. All right, Sab. Let's pull cards on something with some more substance here for you. Tell me about some of the qualities of future partner. All right. Who the hell? All right, hold on. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. Layla, just table that. If you get a bad feeling, you should always trust that. Okay, that's your intuition. Sab, are you still here? Hey, Naveen, nice to meet you. Okay. All right, Sab. Let's see. You know what the right answer to that is, Sab? Your future husband should like all of your physical features. Okay? And if you're picking the right person, that's the last thing that's important to him. All right? Hey, Carrie. Okay. Tell me about future husband. Person's going to be a great parent. Very generous. Very generous. This is somebody who's been done wrong quite a bit. Heavy Taurus energy. Somebody who travels for work. Kind of an intuitive person. Again, somebody who's been through it. Somebody who's really been fucked over. Maybe even financially in the past. But somebody really generous, very bold, very hard worker. Sometimes there's some burnout energy, like tends to overwork. But somebody very like nurturing at their core, abundant, very kind, great parental energy, great maternal energy, actually. So, Carrie, how are you? Guys, you know what? I'm actually starting to get a little bit fried. I'm at like, yeah, I'm at like an hour and a half. I'm starting to get a little bit burned out. Um, so I might need to call it for the evening. I will be back tomorrow. Layla, are you still here? Layla, are you still here? Layla, what's the deal with this guy? You're so welcome, Sab. Great to meet you. Yeah, but I require context because I'm a bit confused with everything you said. Who is this person? What's the dynamic? Why do you want to know about him? And I hope you're not asking me to look up superficial stuff that's not important. Okay. You always felt like you were initiating? Then you should definitely take a step back. Clearly you like him, right? Okay. And now you don't speak anymore? Layla, I gotta tell you, I think you already know the answer. Okay. Well, you know what? Liking a story means fucking nothing, okay? I hate to tell you that. That means absolutely nothing. If he doesn't want to reach out to you, that should tell you how much he cares about the dynamic between the two of you. All right. So it sounds like, you know what? It sounds like you like him and he doesn't like you. Or you know what? Make him earn it. All right? You shouldn't be the person to always do that. And it seems like you like him. I don't think it doesn't feel reciprocated, okay? Do not keep texting him. That's not, whether it's a friendship or you wanting it to be something more than that, that should tell you everything you need to know. That he's not invested at all. He'll entertain you. He'll send you a like on your story. Okay. It's not that confusing. Why don't you ask him? This is what I would say. See it for what it is, or ask him, hey, I feel like I'm the only one who hits you up. If you're not comfortable doing that, I have to tell you, that shows that he doesn't really have any sort of investment into a friendship or anything more with you, straight up, okay? I'm not trying to be harsh, but it shouldn't confuse you. People's effort is a direct reflection always of how much they fucking care. People's effort and energy that they put in towards any dynamic with you or lack of is always a reflection of how much they care. It's that simple. Hey, Maxwell. Jay, it's good to see you, but I'm on the verge of excommunicating you. That's now 3 empty promises you made me, and that's more than I usually give girlfriends, let alone subscribers, so. Your intuition doesn't want you to text him because why do you think? Okay? It's because you shouldn't. All right? It comes off like that's like, listen, I'm not trying to insult you. That's like pick me energy. Okay? And he probably picks up on that. That's why he doesn't feel like he needs to, because you're going to do everything. Stop texting him. Again, if this guy can't ever contact you, that should tell you everything you need to know about how much he cares about you, how invested he is in any kind of connection with you, and really how much he respects you, okay? And him liking your stories is just enough to, like, dangle a fucking carrot, okay? So, just let it go, all right? Let him reach out to you if he cares. It's that simple. We don't need tarot, okay? You're welcome. And I'm sorry, I know it's frustrating. It's probably kind of hurtful. I understand that. But you should surround yourself with people who want to make time for you. Okay? All right, guys. You know what? I think I'm going to call it. I'm hungry. I've been streaming a while. For everybody who's just tuning in, I'm doing a special today till Monday. I'm offering $25 private readings, 30-minute sessions. So if you're interested, email me or connect with me on Instagram. It's in my video description, thewhitedogtarot@gmail.com, or the White Dog Tarot on Instagram. So, and yeah, it was great to see everyone. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And I'll see everybody tomorrow for my next live show. So. Okay,